in another one of our 12-month tasting videos. This time around, we are going to be tasting a 12-month-old apple cider. Hi, I'm Charles and welcome to DIY Fermentation, your site for doing fermentation on a shoestring budget. Now, of course, if you like what you see here, please click on the subscribe and notify buttons and I'll continue to do these videos as long as I can. Now, I should point out that most apple ciders are going to have an ABV of about anywhere from 4 to 8%, 8.5%. It can go higher. This one went a little bit higher. This one ended up at 11.4%, which was kind of high, but still well within the range of calling it an apple cider. I know where I made the mistake, and that was in the yeast that I used originally, having alcohol tolerance of 18%. I've already made the modifications or the change in the ingredients in the original recipe, in the original video, to incorporate a wine yeast of much lower alcohol tolerance. However, we are definitely going to get right into this one, find out what things are. The wine, it's an apple wine, so you can really expect a haze of some sort. Yeah, this one does have a haze of some sort. There's no sediment on the bottom, which is always a good sign. This wine was pasteurized, which is my way of stabilizing the wine. So I'm not concerned about any unintended effervescence in this particular bottle of wine, which is not to say that's not a bad thing, but when you intend to do it, that's when it's a good thing. So let's go ahead and crack this one open. I have since learned with these natural corks that I've been using, you got to really drill down to the bottom of the cork to make sure you get it all. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a piece of the cork remaining. Now, needless to say, I have not learned that lesson well. There's still some learning to be done. All right. That's another reason why I'm going to switch over to artificial corks. I've never had that problem. And if I'm lucky, I can get this without pushing it down in the bottle, which would really be a problem. Let's go all the way. Let's take no chances here. All right. That was encouraging. Okay. All right. Enough of that. What do we have here? Let's see, born date 12/2020. Just enough for a tasting. Although, as with all of my tastings, unless it's a really awful batch, more than likely I'll go ahead and kill this bottle sometime later on tonight. That apple cider really kicks in. The smell of the apple cider. Not too much on the cinnamon, but yeah, definitely the alcohol is shining through in this particular batch. 11 point, did I get that right? Nope, 11.8%, but still, this is less than 12%. Yep, apple cider smell, the cinnamon, and then the alcohol kicks in. I'll say it kicks in. Not that it's kind of like on the back end. When you get a whiff of it, yeah, unfortunately, it's up front and present. Let's go ahead and give this a taste. Okay. It's not harsh by any means. 12 months apparently was enough time for this wine to come of age. A little bit longer wouldn't hurt, but 12 months is good. It was back sweetened months ago. It's not dry. It's not overly sweet. Trying to decide if it's along the lines of yeah, it's more semi-sweet with just a little hint of dryness on the back end. I know when I tried it, when I back sweetened it way back when, just before bottling it, I wasn't really that impressed. I wasn't too sure that I was going to like a spiced wine. With this one, it's okay. Tone down the alcohol. That's probably the only change that I would make, is the change that I've already made in the change in the yeast that was used. I mean, if you're looking for something that, although it doesn't really have that much of a kick at 11.8%, it tastes like it has more alcohol in it than it actually does. I like it. Yeah, I can actually say I like it. I like it with a little bit more, less alcohol, but I think I can see myself making this one again with a change in the recipe, just to modify it just a little bit. The cloudiness, I'm really not all that concerned about. I mean, apple wine is apple wine, so I'm really not that concerned. The only changes that I've made between the making of this wine, when I'm dealing with fruit juice wines, basically juice out of a bottle, is that I've now consistently I'm adding when I'm doing my rackings and I need to top off the carboy. I had been using just whatever was available, which was water, to top off the carboy. These days, I now just simply add additional. In this case, it would have been apple cider or apple juice, more of the original fruit flavor or fruit juice that I needed to bring up the headspace down to a more reasonable level. But no, this one has full flavor. Probably could have back sweetened it just a little bit more, but apart from that, no. Tastes fine. Minor adjustment in the yeast, slight adjustment in the back sweetening, but beyond that, no, this works. Yeah, this works. I'll be making this again. Don't know if my next batch is going to be a 2 or 3 gallon batch. I don't know if it's working that well. I'll know after I finish this bottle and the remaining 3 or 4 bottles that I've got back there before I decide if this is going to be something I'm going to make larger batches of. But as far as a 1 gallon batch, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. So this is just a short video. Which at the conclusion of, I'm definitely going to sit on the sofa and relax with a glass of Applejack or apple cider wine. But yeah, I'll end up making this one again, probably off camera, just so I can play around with it a little bit more. But I like what I've made so far. So there we go. 12-month taste testing of an apple cider wine. Apple cider or apple cider wine. It's one or the other. Okay. And with that having been said, listen, I'll see you guys in the next taste testing video. I still have 4 more that I need to get through in fairly short order, which is why you see them lined up here. I've already completed 1. I'm doing this one. The only reason why I'm not doing them all in this one video is that after I open these bottles, I have to drink the wine. I don't pour my stuff down the drain unless it really warrants it. But no, subsequent videos to complete the 12-month tasting of these wines. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.